Alright, it's good to be back, everybody. You haven't missed much. I missed the start by accident. Welcome along, this is a pre-season testing. But, what is it, the first time in 2 years I've done this out of the car? I am your servants, as most of you probably know. It's... I should probably give some context to this season. It's going to be very different from the last. From what we've seen, these cars, so we decided to ditch the usual, we've normally used the RSS cars, which are really good mods, but not really much difference in between them. So we decided we'd try and get some with actual performance specs, which is what we have here. So as you can see, the Mercedes we're watching now, this is Richard Stein of South Africa. He is driving the Mercedes, which is considered like a more all-round platform, so I thought I'd just try and give that a bit of context. But yeah, in terms of... you can tell I haven't done this for so long. The driver lineups, they're obviously massively different. We've got... I'll just give you the rundown. We've got Richard Stein and Alex Mancinelli at Mercedes. We have Jacob Ordonez and Mano Manakanden, who I think is going to be a dark horse this season, at Ferrari. At Red Bull, we've got British Hot Shoots, Jaden Brooks, and funky, what should I actually call him, James Knox. At Renault, who aren't actually here today, we've got William Falonzo and Dylan Allen. Of course, Dylan Allen being a well-established name in sim racing community. As we've just seen, I think it's a Texan die. At Haas, we have Bram de Jong and Jensen Bolt, obviously both returning names. This is the one to watch out for. McLaren, we have Adam Morel, and we've got Ryan Zaragoza. And I think this is going to be the surprise of the season, because you think about it, McLaren is like, what, 6th, 7th best in terms of raw performance, but we've got what I would argue probably two of the best drivers we've seen here in the McLaren, so they'll be ones to watch. Similarly, we've got Olaremi Joseph and D Thief, because I'm not going to try and pronounce that name, thanks D. We've got Haas on the wall there. I think I just saw that. I think that was Bram de Jong. Of course, they can teleport back to pits to repair their cars in these, so don't be surprised when you see that happening. In Sauber, we've got Jonas Kovamies, and I think I've got some audio issues. Return also come off quickly. There we go. At Sauber, we got Jonas Kovamies and Johan Rule. Again, both relatively, well, Kovamies has raced before, but overall, both relatively unestablished names, so they'll be ones to watch, especially being in like a reasonably solid car. In Toro Rosso, you got obviously Charlie Jensen, that doesn't need an introduction, as well as Agostino Bavona, who is having a second chance. And at Williams, we've got the Alex Kaikiera, of course, and we've also got Todd Blaze, a completely new rookie, who I was watching him testing yesterday, and was it yesterday? No, it was like a day before. Genuinely could be a surprise. I've seen him, and I genuinely think he's got something about him. I can't describe it, but see the McLaren going off the road there. But I just think one to watch out for, probably. Oh my god, hold on, let me... Is the mic any better? I did not realise, I didn't have time to do proper sound checks. Okay, let me just... Alright, hopefully that's a bit better. So yeah, the main thing is that we're heading into this season and haven't really got too much of an idea who's going to be doing what, so... Sorry, I'm just trying to fix the sound in the background. Look what's going on. We've got James Knox currently leads by 0.03 of a second from Mercedes of Richard Stein. Speaking of which, I didn't realise until like a few nights ago, he hasn't actually done all that many races, Stein. He's done like, I think he's had 2 entries. He had one with Red Bull, which he then rebranded to Koenigsegg. That was his 2nd entry. Hasn't actually scored. Wait, hasn't? I think he might have scored 2 career points. It's really weird as well because he's probably. I would be surprised if he isn't in this title fight. So to see that kind of stat, it just kind of threw me off a bit. Right, I'm not gonna lie, I have no idea what the original was. Better? Oh well, whatever happens, happens, I guess. Ooh, just see when our Hasses go 5th. Now, contrary to, like, real life performance, obviously, Haas was like actually quite good in 2018. So I think as well, this is the thing. I want to have a look at this because I've seen Bram drive, and he's not World Championship material yet. And I think that yet is really important because I've helped him a few times. I haven't helped him extensively because I was still driving at the time, but. I reckon if he can just get that kind of... And this also goes for Kaikera as well. If they can crack, like, really what you have to do to be able to get the maximum out of the car. Because they're not bad. There's nothing... Oh. Like, he's really not helping my case for him. But the thing is, if they can crack what that fundamental issue is, I'm not fully sure what it is yet. But the lines, the technique, everything's right. There's just something that they can do to push harder, and I think that goes for Alex Kaikera as well, who I think they're both massively underrated, because they're criticised as being, they're a bit slow, but honestly, if you've looked at Kaikera's performances, he was like, I think, in Season 1 of F1 OC, he was... what, 6 seconds off the pace, and now he's often able to put it within 2 or 3, which still sounds not great, but if you think about it, that's a huge improvement, and I feel like many people aren't realising that. So I really want to see a bit more recognition from him, and I really want to see what he's going to be capable of this year. Okay, so This is the other big talking point. D-Thief in a Force India, which we obviously know in real life it was about the 4th best car. They just got disqualified, which put them 7th. Is it... How did he just manage to drive out of shot? That was actually kind of impressive. Oh, we've got a Renault stop down there. Looks like... I just can't catch it on the leaderboard. It looks like it's Dylan Allen, but I will have to check. The thing is, if you look at the oh wait, no, sorry, that is William Alonso that was off in the background. If you look at it, he's probably looking at being one of the front runners, despite the fact he's in a midfield car. And I would really be interested to see how that unfolds across the season, because there's just so many unknowns that I could talk about all day for. But as we see, Stein's gone first by 1.5 seconds. Which I told you I would be surprised if he wasn't in the mix for the title. That's why. As I think he's just overtaken the McLaren. Oh, they're going to go side by side here. Did he yield? I don't know. I think they're trying to be very careful here because obviously pre-season testing, you don't want to do that. Oh, that's not good. That's gonna be damage for both of them. I'd be surprised if we don't see Tex in the box in a second. But yeah, I think he's. Oh, neither of them pit. That's surprising. I would have thought that would be like a lot of bargeboard damage. But we're gonna see that. I guess we got a bit of pre-season racing. This is what I always look forward to. No, that's interesting. He's braking very early, which is, I guess, typical of Texas style. But I wasn't expecting him to stay behind. He's able to follow in the DTR though, which is pretty impressive. But oh, we've just got yellows. That's why we've got a stop Force India on the track. That's on Remy Joseph. Can't get replays. One issue I have with this, but I don't know. That just looks like a spin. But I also saw Knox was in that, so I wonder if that was a collision. Be interesting to see. Yeah, he's gone very slow. That looks like damage for him. But current running order, about a quarter of the way through now, we got Stein in first by 1.1 seconds to Joseph, who we're watching now. And then Knox 2.3. That's a gap that I was actually quite surprised about as we see him going off the track. That's got to be some quite bad damage. Then we've got the two McLarens after D-Thief, and then we've got the two Hasses and the Williams. So the order for the Williams is a little bit off, but then again, you've got to remember these guys are borderline rookies. I'll have to check the career stats, but I don't think the Haas, as we see Adam Morel go third, I don't think the Haas drivers have that many starts, so it'll be interesting whether they progress forwards over the year, especially in tracks that are going to suit them, like the track suited Haas. It was Australia and Austria, absolutely, until the wheels came off, but obviously that's not going to happen. Yeah, there's just generally a lot of them. I keep saying that, but it's true, so. A bit wide there. The McLaren seems to be that the whole like philosophy of the car leads to a little bit of oversteering, but also it depends on how you brake. So typically I would always trail brake, and that's really not great for the car when I was testing it. So I think, yeah, this is another thing that's going to make the season so interesting. Each car handling differently means that you're going to have to look at like adapting your whole driving style, which is so hard to do for some people, myself included in that. I think like Stein and Mancinelli as well have got a really easy ride in the Mercedes, in that it doesn't really have that problem, but a lot of the cars do, which will make it quite unstable, and that'll be really difficult on, if you think of the street tracks. We've got Australia, we've got Singapore. I think those are going to be really like big issues with the braking. So that'll be something to keep a mental note of, I guess. As we see, Knox into second in the Red Bull. Matching up to roughly what we were expecting. 9/10 of a second, though. Still quite a lot in there for him. But then again as well, these obviously these cars, there's not many like publicly available setups, so that's what a lot of people use, and so people are going to have to make their own now, which could, I guess, play into that in part. See what Stein's up, see? It's like just a regular outlap or an in-lap. I'm not... Oh, warming up the tyres, there's got to be an outlap. So I think we're about to see a qualifying run from Richard Stein, ladies and gentlemen. Interesting to see how he takes that chicane quite close to the inside. So I'm surprised about that because I thought he would have gone wider to get a bit more exit speed. But I suppose with that penultimate corner, there's not really much point. Ooh, a little twitch on the rear there. But you can see, if you watch, we'll just watch this lap, and you can see the kind of thing I mean. The whole car just looks so planted. It looks like it's on rails at points, apart from obviously if a mistake gets made, which is rare. I'll be genuinely surprised to see if there's any kind of major mistakes. We got a 14-year in the wall there. That is, I believe that is D-Thief. Yes, that is D-Thief. Sounds like the engine's gone off. Whether he can get going again, that'll be another question. No, he doesn't sound like he's going anywhere. That'll be nice. Oh, he's got the engine back. Ladies and gentlemen, he is not out of pre-season testing just yet. We'll follow that one as we see. We'll turn back to Stein, see what time he does. He doesn't improve. I don't know whether it was coming across that stopped it, Force India on the track, which stopped it, but see James Knox coming through in the background. What can he do? See, Red Bull's the Red Bull is like, you can see that twitch there, the cuttlefish, because obviously I was testing the Red Bull a few nights ago, seeing how it was doing. The philosophy between that and like every other car I've driven is so different, because you've got to brake really early and then turn in really early, and I'm normally a bit more of a late braker, so there's pretty big difference in terms of the like the Red Bull philosophy there. Oh, that's quite a big one. I don't know whether he's hit the wall. Yes, he has. He's gone back to this. That looked like a big impact. There's Mano Manikandan is in the servo and he's just killed somebody. Okay. Right. I wonder whether that's. Yeah, he's just said in chat. Yeah, that was minor inconvenience, Mano. I'm sure that hash car will be fine. Don't worry. See what everybody else is up for. Force India is still in third. Of course, the Force India is still running what is pretty much a Mercedes chassis, just a little more unstable. You can see with that little bit of counter steer on the entry to the corner there. I think, honestly, I'm just looking at the lineups now. If I'm predicting the constructors, alright, and this is going to age like milk. It always does. I'm terrible with these things. I think it's going to be a close one between Mercedes and very Ferrari, and if Jogsy decides that he wants to show up, Red Bull as well. I think we could have possibly a few surprise results from Renault and McLaren, because obviously Renault's got Alan, who's like I say well established. I haven't heard much of his career, but from what I've seen, the results are quite something. As you see, the Force India let the Haas through. Speaking of Haas, I reckon maybe with a little bit of luck, I reckon possibly Jensen Volt getting a podium, which could boost them, or Bram. I could see that happening as well, but that would have to be quite significantly affected race. So Renault and Haas, I expect, will be around the same. Haas possibly slip to 6th or 7th if you think about like the relative experience of their drivers. I reckon the McLarens are going to be up there, possibly 4th or 5th, maybe even 3rd if we get a very one-sided challenge from one of the top teams. Force India, again, I'm saying everybody's going to be 4th or 5th. That's how close it is, because the Force India lineup is so strong. You've got Joseph, who should, well, would have and arguably should have won the first ever race in F1 AC, before he's taken out by Eduardo, who's driving today. I see you. And then you've got D, who's obviously he still holds the record for the most consecutive wins in 2018. I think possibly Toro Rosso could be in the midfield fight. I think the Williams, again, the relative experience and what I said about Kaikeri, needs to find that thing, as we see when the Hatters go 5th, proving. See, I'm always right. No, I'm not. But you see the Toro Rossos could be in there. The Kaikera, if he can just get it to gel together, I reckon that's going to be a solid lineup. Speaking of which, he's been in the pit for quite a while. Not sure what's going on there, but keep an eye on that as team radio.
If I can turn up the battery for quality soon, just let me know. The track's quite quiet right now, so we can use that to our advantage.
Okay, so this is probably going to be. He's doing improves to 9th on an out lap, or at least a semi-competitive lap. Obviously on the soft compound tyre. Oh, lock up into turn 1 might have been pushing a little too hard there, but yeah, I think just while we're on the subject of Mano, I think there's the potential for him to be there as well, which is that's what a lot of this championship's going to be pinned on. Can Mano perform? Can Jogsy get out of bed on time? And are we going to get, a lot of midfield podiums? Because you think about it, historically, there's normally 1 or 2 front runners fall out of the contention. But again, that's with the Formula Hybrid cars, which don't really have performance difference. So I'll be interested to see how that one goes, as I think we're about to see Knox have another go at a flying lap. Which I think we'll follow that one on board, see what happens. He's really slowing down there. He's off right. How do you keep doing this? This camera tracks you. That's impressive. Right, let's see how this one goes. I'm going to shut up and you can just appreciate the driving. Oh, he's came back across the traffic. That did not make sense. Came across a bit of traffic there, and Stein's accidentally hit him, I think. That's good. I need to see that again. That was a really strange incident. There's a lot of room for them. The Toro Rosso has arrived, guys. This is Jemison, currently in 11th. I don't think he's set a lap. Again, one of the Willy Won'ties of this championship. I'd be surprised if he doesn't get some really good results, because he is actually a good driver. But again, he sometimes just doesn't finish the races, and that's. I reckon he could probably do that. He puts himself into 9th place. Not bad for a first lap. He's got Kaikara's coming out the pits. This could get interesting. I think he's going to keep out of the way there. Look how this is impressive from CJ. Look, he's so planted in a Toro Rosso of all things. That was a bit of a lock-up there. I apologise, by the way, just in case you're wondering, yeah, the lag, it's a little... I know it's a little bit, I don't know how you describe it, but it's just a little uncomfortable, I know. I'm currently, the way I'm doing this, I have to have my laptop stream from my PC, and I'm doing everything from my laptop, so... Any lag, I'm sorry, we're doing our best with the limitations with that. It's the best we can do. Well, actually, we just... Red Bull in the background there, that was Knox. I wonder whether he just got in the way a bit. I wasn't fully watching. I should do that more as a commentator, to be honest. Where's he going to go this time? Doesn't improve. See what Ferrari of Manikandan's doing. Again, I'll emphasise, dark horse of this championship, if you can figure out how to string everything together. He's going to come up behind Stein though. I don't know whether that Dirty Air is going to interfere with this lap. Be surprised if it does, but yeah, the whole, if you're unaware, there was a big like seat change. I mean, literally yesterday. Ryan Reddell left the league, and Mano has managed to secure that seat. So, Reddell, if you're watching, blame him. Yeah, I think the Ferrari challenge is going to be whether, as well, the Ordonez, who isn't here, and Mano can actually work together. Because from what I've seen, Mano's a really good sport. He'll help, but I wonder whether being in, finally quite a good car, he goes 8th fastest. I wonder whether that's going to be, enough to give him an edge over the Red Bulls and things like that, and whether he's going to start getting into the position where he's thinking, well, I'm in first, second, third. Is it worth me giving up this position? Not quite good turnout as well. Given this is a pre-season session, we've got 12 people here. I'll happily take that. A bit all over the place. I think this is assume this is an inline. You see, Manson. Oh, Thief has just gone 4th fastest, 3rd and 4th for Force India. That's pretty impressive. It's still not too close to the Mercs, but it'd be interesting to see whether the Mercs are this far ahead because of the absence of most of the Ferrari personnel, if that makes sense. But Bolt has just improved, but he doesn't go any higher. I can't tell if Stein's giving him the toe or if they're genuinely just matched for pace right now. Definitely looks like the although he didn't have DRS open there, that looks like a cheeky bit of sandbagging from Merc. I wonder if that 17.6 is actually his true pace. I guess we'll never know until we get to Australia, obviously, in which case he will unleash all hell, but I've seen a lot of drivers doing that as well, and he's just ran him a bit wide. Well, braked a bit late. I think the Dirty Air is playing a bit of a factor here. But I think this will be one of the really key things, the Dirty Air, is whether they can figure out how to overcome this, or whether most people are going to do the thing where they give it a few laps and then drop back, let the tyres cool, and then attack them again. I think that'll be interesting, but both of them have gone wide at the exact same corner. I think as well, just something I was going to say before, I completely forgot about. That curb on the exit of, what is it, turn 4 or 3? I've seen so many people go wide there onto the grass. I don't know whether they're using that to get a bit of extra time, because I would have thought that would lose them a bit of time. But as we see Manakanen go back into the box. Definitely, it's really weird. See, is anyone near that corner right now? Doesn't look like it. Oh, let me check the tracking map. Yes, Stein's just about to go through there. That's it. He's still running wide. No, he doesn't. He doesn't even use the curve that time. I don't know whether he's listening. I'm just being stream sniped by Richard Stein, guys. And Kaikera improved to a 23. Still 5 seconds off, but in all fairness, he's in a Williams. Martinelli's just gone up to 9th. Style text just needed to be fixed. I couldn't tell because I they put the tyres on the wrong way around. I thought it was in a Mercedes, not Ferrari. Yeah, I think this is another thing. Is now that Alex has got a really competitive car underneath him, is it finally going to be, you know, his year? Because he's had it hard, he's had it tough so bad, and if you're in like this circle, you know what I mean. He's just bad luck after bad luck, whether it's getting crashed into or like his internet going out, or I think he broke his clamp stand the other week. You just can't help but feel for the guy. I really hope he does well this season. I'm not just saying that because he used to be my teammate, like genuinely. Oh! That was a weird crash there. As for I should have checked his name, Eduardo, whatever his name is. Give me a second. I will find this out because it's going to annoy me for the rest of the day if I don't. Oh hell no! I didn't say that. Never mind. Knox is closed up. Just as I say that, he makes a mistake. He's closed up to 4/10 though. Almost. It's more like 5, but. I think Stein's going to be feeling the heat soon, unless if he's sandbagging, which I have a feeling he might be, actually. He seems very assured. He's short shifting. I don't know whether that's just his technique or what, but that could be something. Be interested to see as well whether he's using DRS on the straights. But if you want a quick rundown, by the way, top speed so far, let me just have a quick look. I think it's not Kaikera, is it? No, it's not. He's second. Oloremi Joseph has gone 342 kilometers an hour down straight. He is the fastest through the speed trap so far. Yeah, I think that the Force India's obviously got good straight line. Astute observation, I know, guys, but what I'm interested to see is whether that's going to be a big thing at things like Monza or Spark, because that and the Williams as well. Like I said, Kaikera's second with 337 kilometers an hour. I wonder whether they're going to be big players in the more low downforce tracks. Austria as well, but although that's got a twisty middle sector, I don't know whether that's going to then undo all the good work, if that makes sense. Yeah, if you're just joining us, we're about halfway through the session. More like, yeah, about halfway. I'm not doing the maths on that. We've got Stein first for Mercedes, Knox second for Aston Martin Red Bull Racing. We've got, I just take that back, that is D-Thief second for BWC Force India. Now Knox is third for Red Bull. Fourth is Oloremi Joseph, Force India. Then the two McLarens of Eduardo and Adam Morel in fifth and sixth, respectively. Then we've got Mano Candens just put himself up into seventh for Ferrari. The two Hasses in eighth and ninth. We've got Brandon de Jong and Jenson Bolt. And then you got Alex Mancinelli from Mercedes in 10th, hasn't really set too many competitive laps yet. And Joey Jameson in 11th, and Alex Kaikera in 12th. What will be interested to see is whether Kaikera is, how much speed he's shifting down there. I think that's one of his issues, is that he doesn't have enough confidence in the downforce, which, to be fair, I wouldn't in a Williams either, but I think if he can overcome that and he can just, you know, fine-tune the throttle, I think little things like that would seriously help his pace. So, yeah, as I said, Alex hasn't set too many competitive laps, now goes fourth fastest with the... I'm trying not to laugh at those tyres, but they just look so goofy, man. Manacannon's still 8th, though. I'm not sure whether he's doing... I think he's doing long runs. Whoa! A little bit excessive for the tyre warm-up there. I wouldn't be surprised... that definitely won't be a penalty, because obviously FIA, they don't award penalties for pre-season, but I'd be surprised if it's not looked into. Oh, that looks really scary, I'm not gonna lie. Kaikera's gone 3 seconds. He's closing up 2 seconds in that last lap. Although he has now stopped, although I don't know whether that's just him celebrating. I wouldn't be surprised. We got, the Haas and the Force India both crashed into each other. By the looks of things, at least. Not doing anything about it. I wonder whether they're just having an internal argument. I wouldn't be surprised, but he's got going now. I guess they must have made up. Kaikera stopped because he got damaged. I'm not sure how, but just seeing that in the chat. Just noticed as well, Knox has put himself back up into second. That gap to the Merc is coming down as these guys are learning their cars. I wonder whether Dixon's going to pull out an absolute screamer in the final seconds. It wouldn't be the first time. It's yellow flag for Alex. He's just slowing down. He might get in the Red Bull here. No, he doesn't. He stays out of the way. That was really good of him. Those tyres, I can't. Is Manacandon coming into the box very slowly? It's interesting. I wonder whether he got some kind of damage there or something. Speaking of which, let me get the camera angle. Let's just appreciate. Oh, he's left. That helmet design. Ooh. Yeah, that's my Fiat 500. Ignore that. That didn't happen, guys. You didn't see that. I'm still very rusty with the cameras on here and stuff. Obviously, I haven't streamed since like F1R. So, I'm doing my best. We'll make it. Manacandon just come back. I might have another look at that helmet. CJ's just gone 11th fastest with a 1 minute 20, still 2 seconds off of Mercedes. And you can see at its finest what I said about that adjusting your driving style thing. It's rear-ending that Toro Rosso, as well as also I think it's the Renault and the Red Bull both have that issue as well. Just ran out of road a little bit there. Nice save though, eventually. Yeah, there's this thing, I'm not particularly sure why, but the braking in the Red Bull, the Toro Rosso, and the Renault tends to be a lot more like you get a very snappy rear, and in the Mercedes and the Ferrari, it's also a bit of the opposite. You get more snappy rear on the exit, if anything. So there could come a point where that's going to be really key. Because if you think about it, you go somewhere like Baku, if we get a late race safety car, you get one of these guys in the front. You get to the 90-degree corners, they're going to destroy them at this rate. But it just depends on, obviously, so many factors, whether it's going to be a big thing. I will give you a quicker onboard with the Toro Rosso of Charlie Jensen. Not from that camera angle. I cannot find a good camera angle. I forgot this is the dodgy car. Yeah, scratch that though. We'll fix the cameras another time. I don't know why. The cameras on that car are so different. I don't know what they were thinking. But... see who else is going for a lap. We got the Thief is... I don't know. I stopped trying to know about like 5 months ago with this guy. I think he's trying to get a cleaner run, let's say. So we see Mano and Texan again very close, this time the other way around. Now whether Texan's going to gain on Mano... well, he will now. That was almost in the wall. That was very well held, Mr. Maracanda. See what he's getting up to. He's coming around for, I would assume, another flying lap. Or he's just racing Texan, whichever one it is. Obviously these two, I would say, I'm not sure. As he goes into the pits, lovely. I'm not sure whether, because him and Texan seem relatively matched to an extent in terms of their pace. That would be possibly something to keep a bit of an eye on. Nox is now within a tenth of Stein's best time. The gap keeps getting smaller and it's really put me on the edge of my seat. Well, not really, it's pre-season testing, but... I'm hoping you guys can see what I mean by about he's so stable through there. Not a single snap on the exit, and that's on an off-camera corner. See, oh, McLaren just gone fourth in front of the Mercedes by a few hundredths. 600ths of a second faster. This is Red Bull stopped on the exit there, that's a little bit dangerous. Now whether that's gonna... is he using... this is the thing, is he using it? Yes he is, so this is, I think, genuine pace. Unless if that was an outlier. No, that was... okay. I don't know what you want me to say about that. Watching Oaks do some laps. I think, again, the learning curves with this car is so much steeper than with the RSS cars. So, it'll be interesting to see whether Funky's going to figure it out before Texan... no, he's not. Okay, he's given up. As I was saying, it'll be interesting to see if you get the Red Bulls ahead of the Mercedes because they've learned it faster, or the Ferraris in ahead of the Red Bulls, or something. It just depends. Because in terms of raw performance, obviously the Mercs are going to be the fastest, but so I keep saying this. There's so many things we don't know, and that's what I love about this. And that's Kaikera in the background. I want to see how Alex is doing. Like I said, not a bad driver, just needs to crack what it is about the pace. Because again, 3 seconds is quite a sizable gap, but if he can close that down to maybe 1.5, that's pretty reasonable for a Williams. Ooh, just been blocked a little bit by Stone in the last corner there. Although could have held back a bit. And in case you're wondering, yes, I did forget to get some water. That's why my voice is going a bit at the minute. Didn't happen. Current running order, we still got Making first, obviously, in the Red Bull, and second. Again, the Force India's third and fourth. And that's weird if you think about it, because we have got a Ferrari, we have got another Merc, although Alex is still trying to... He's relatively new to the car. I think I'll give him a pass on that. And I think the same for Matt. Whoa! That was a nasty collision, and Mano's just gone for a bit more extra attention there. That's double yellows in sector 1 or 2. That was close. Has he kept the engine running? That looks like front axle damage. And he's gone back to pits. I want to stay here. I want to see if my theory about the curb is right. It sounds so stupid, but if you look at it, theoretically, running off isn't going to lose you all that much time. So it's interesting to see just how much these guys are pushing. CJ's avoiding it. McLaren's avoiding it. Because obviously, if you take a slightly wider entry, you cut back in kind of around here. You'll see you'll definitely gain a few. That's what I found, at least, in some of the cars. Yeah, just something to keep an eye on, I guess. How the Haas doing? We've got Bram coming across the line. No improvement there, although still on Hypersoft. I don't know whether he's just doing long fuel runs. Could well be. Bolt doesn't improve. Got Knox coming across the line in a few seconds. See what he can do. This next lap, we have almost 10 minutes remaining. Current running order looks pretty solid, to be honest. I don't see it changing all that much. Bit wide on the entry to 1, throw it in for 2, and then 3. I don't know whether turn 1's going to compromise him too much. Alright, let's see if he runs wide. I will not drop this until I see confirmation that it works. Uses the curb but doesn't go wide, so I guess maybe it was just a little bit of misjudgment from... No, that wasn't good enough for him. I think we're about to see Texan try to do exactly what I said, hopefully. Argoza's just rejoined. Looking like this could be a good lap, and if this turns out to be some crazy, stupid fast lap, I won't be surprised. Genuinely, we see one of the Ferraris stop there. It's Manacambo. Is it going to be an improvement? It is, by 0.2. So Red Bull's been set back a little bit, rather than Mercedes have taken a step forwards. Now, see where other people is. Kaikera's in a yellow flag zone again, guessing something might happen there. Now, it's whether Knox can really take it up a notch or not. But obviously, remember, this is when Red Bull was about third fastest, and they were quite significantly off the pace in 2018. So, in terms of in Spain at least, obviously Mexico probably going to be their best chance of a win. Sorry if the commentary is a bit lackluster, I am really starting to get through it now. I'm also violently ill. Okay, not violently, but still ill. Ew, oh, okay, he's just... I think he just had that laugh. He must have had that laugh invalidated. I thought he was quite far over on that kid. So remains second and still 3/10 off. Now, I did not know that the FIA introduced smoke screens as a device that you have on the cars now. But what will be interesting is if Knox is just invalidating what looked like a very good lap, I wonder whether the Force Indians are able to jump in there. Mano's just got out of the way by using the slip road. Slip roads, escape road, same thing. Mano's just gone onto the, like, A1. Just see where this will leave him. Across the line now. It looks like a very clean last sector. It doesn't improve. I thought you would. Although again, I did only pick that last up like halfway through. Could have been the end of. Could be at the end of the title at the minute. McLaren in the wall, I think again. That was Eduardo. Yeah, because Morel's out the car at the minute. See, CJ, I did not realise CJ has improved to 7th place. That's Rosso, that's quite good. He's beaten out Manikandan. Bit of a surprise. Oh, we've just seen... Who was that? That was D in the background spinning. Of course, as well, you got to remember with these cars, like I said, they are so different to any others we've used before. So, I think we're going to see a few mistakes, but I think they're going to iron out probably towards maybe the 4th or 5th races. Gone wide there. I think like I said, the Toro Rosso very snappy rear end. We'll see it probably on the exit in some of the slower corners. Yeah, of course he chooses now to... Yeah, okay. Not complaining, obviously, but... Doesn't improve on that lap. He's still about 1 second off the Mercedes of Alex Mancinelli. That is not Kaikera. Do not confuse the two. So, very slidey through the first 2 turns. That is obviously the Toro Rosso was it's not the most aerodynamically efficient, obviously, but doing the best he can with quite a bad package. 7th is not bad. You see, one of Haas's has stopped. I think that, yeah, that's Bram de Jong. Stopped on the escape. I don't know what's happened there. I think that... Has he had an engine failure? No, he hasn't. They always do that as soon as I say. See, Alex has stopped. Yeah, that's just his traditional thing. Well, he's letting the McLaren through. I think this is gonna have to be the lap of his life if he wants to take first pre-season today. Honestly, I think Texan's got it in the bag at the minute. But he took the wide line. This is serious. This is serious. But he's gonna get competition into turn 1 now with the Force India. Whether that's gonna impede him, I think it is. No, it's not. Goes through cleanly. This is, if he's gonna take first, this is the time to do it. I don't even have words. I'm too. Seems clipping through the last corner though. I don't know whether he's got enough battery. I think he does. I would hope he does. He's very close to the inside of the corner there. And no DRS. I think he's aborted. I think he's going to save the battery. Try to get one last going. It is not over yet for James Knox, but it's very close. He's got 1 minute and 40 seconds to get the battery fully charged, get the tyres cooled down, and go for one last go. Unless if he's going to box and try and do some crazy outlap, but I don't think that's happening. No, it's not. He's going to go again. This is it. This is his last chance. I'll go shut up and just watch. Could have taken more curve on the inside there. Whoa! This could ruin his attempt here. No, it's not. He's through cleanly. Stein and Manikandan have had a huge coming together here. Yeah, that's the Mercedes in the wall. You see Haas taking it very slowly. Manikandan's somehow ended up on the other side in the gravel trap. Now, whether they get going again is another question. Knox does not improve, so unless he's got enough to go for one more lap, I think that's it. And I think Richard Steiner's top pre-season testing for the day, unless anybody has anything they can do about it. Your Thief is currently on a lap, as is Olorami Joseph. Manikandan's just left, so he's not stopping him. He finishes the day in 8th. Or 9th, once you factor in Morel. Who is closest to that finishing line? I'm trying to pick it all out. CJ's going to be the next... Oh, he's just spun, so that's him out of the running for first. CJ's just attempted to reach the moon. That curve. Alex is left, he's not going to be topping it. CJ is... I was going to say, I'll be surprised if he improves there. Zaragoza is on a lap, but whether he hasn't taken the checkered flag. Knox is going to finish the day in 2nd, unless anybody tops that time. I think the McLarens aren't going to top it. Just as I say that, Joseph has just outdone the Red Bull and Force India. That's worthy of a round of applause. 0.08 of a second to the Mercedes. That is some lap. You can be proud of that. I think we've just heard... Yep, that's Bramley Young over the line. I think that is it. Got one more McLaren on the go. I think that's an aborted lap, so he's not doing it. And I think that's going to be... Yeah, that is the end of pre-season testing day 1. Richard Stein will take first place in that. I think he's going to be very happy about that. Again, I will try and fix the audio for tomorrow. But thank you for joining us. I think we've definitely got something here. I think this is going to be a season with a lot of unexpecteds. So yeah, I hope to see you all again soon. We've got 2 sessions tomorrow. The first one at, I believe, 3:30 GMT. So join us then. But for now, you got Stein in first, Joseph in second, and James Knox takes third place for Red Bull Racing. Thank you and goodbye.